What's up? How we doing? Just like sorting out Discord announcements. Apparently chat is not connecting. I'm on the Twitch website on my phone. Whatever. Oh wait, the chat overlay should be working. Yeah. Yeah. Let me, boop. I cannot see chat. I don't know what's happening. It's just, it's just like, oh wait. Oh, we got it. Okay. What's up, Blue Mellow? I know you. I saw Novasai earlier. Gang. I'm pretty quiet. Okay. See if I can boost my levels. Oh god, I'm still like new to OBS. I can probably just like put a compressor on my mic. Oh, that's the wrong window. Filters. Add. Gain. Okay, how's this? Is that better? What's up, Draco? Aiden, thank you for the follow. How many viewers we got? So I might get started. 9 viewers. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay. This is my first stream. Yeah. I've done like live stream stuff in the past. I've appeared on live streams, but this is my first like kind of self-hosted thing. I'm doing good. How are you? Hi, Chalbert. Hi. Hazetal. Thank you for the follow, Chalbert. What's up? Thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm just gonna get started. So if you're unaware, which I'd be surprised if you were unaware, I put out a poll, a straw poll, that had a bunch of songs on it, and you could vote on the songs, and then I would break down the project files of those songs, and it's super cool, I think. Yeah. So I'll get the results up now of that poll, and the top 2 or 3 songs I will break down the project files of. We got 23 respondents. That's cool. Alright. Are we ready? Okay, let me get this in another tab. Okay. So, first song that I will be breaking down, to the surprise of no one, with 13 votes, is my Walk Away remix from, god, 2 years ago at this point. I am old. Now, if you're, you know, up to date with the disphing lore, you might be wondering, hey, didn't you already break down the project file of this track, like on a different stream? And I did, but that stream sucked a lot. I basically had to feed my internal audio on my laptop into my Discord mic, so it was like going through all the noise suppression and stuff, and it sounded terrible. So I feel like I have to like redo it, you know, kind of do it justice. So let me get the project file open for that. Yeah. I am admittedly a little scared for my laptop because, yeah, if you've like been in like a Discord call with me at any point, you know my laptop is just garbage. Like it cannot handle like streaming. It just like overheats a lot. I am in an air-conditioned room at the moment, so I'm hoping it can like, you know, bear it type thing. This will be saved as a VOD. I'm gonna figure out how to like get that working. Still opening. This is taking a lot longer than usual. Come on. Oh, by the way, I will be trying to like answer if you have any just like general questions in chat. I'll like answer them along the way. Still going? Are you kidding me? There we go. All right. We're back. Oh. God damn it. All right. 1 second. Okay. There we go. Alright. So this is the project file. Why am I getting frame rate drops now? This is like the worst time. Because like once it starts, it's not gonna stop. So I'm hoping it doesn't like glitch out the audio like it does with FL Studio. Yeah. First and foremost, let me just make sure. Alright. Sound check. Oh no. That's yucky. Can you guys hear that? Very loud, alright. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what's going on. I've got desktop audio and then screen capture audio. So I'll have to delete one of them. Alright, how's this? Oh my, why? Ew, that's yucky. That's like disgusting. Bots in chat, let's go. Okay, I might just get started. Oh, that's so annoying. Why is it like being crappy already? Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm just gonna get started. Intro. Let's start at the intro. This is very, very unorganized, so I'm not gonna like go through the stems type thing. Like I won't go through like just the drums or just the synths or whatever. I'll just like do it kind of linearly. But yeah. So the intro sounds like this. So this first this is like the main kind of ambience / pad, and a lot of reverb on it without effects. It sounds like this. It's like abhorrent. This is a stretched out reverb tail from the main vocal stem, I think. And for effects, we've got this EQ just cutting out like most of the frequency spectrum, just leaving this very tiny little sliver of the mid-range. Just like a handful of sine waves type thing. We got some very subtle saturation. I don't even know if this is doing anything apart from like a volume gain type thing. OTT, the old skin. Oh my god, that's like broken for some reason. A limiter. That's not doing anything. Alright. And this is the main reverb. This is like my go-to reverb. If you've seen any of my YouTube tutorials, you know I'm a big fan of this plugin. It's free. Very nice. And then another OTT for some reason. Just kind of bring up the high end. We've got this forest ambient sample. Very cool. I think I just ripped that from YouTube. It's just like a reverse into the guitar, which I will go over in a moment. And basically how you make these is you take like you take that and then you put an Edison on the like one of your mixer channels, whatever mixer channel like this is on. Edison is like the built-in audio editor. You probably know this. I don't know why I'm explaining it. But yeah, you record that, drag it into the project file, reverse it, etc. And then the guitar. First of all, the MIDI looks like this. Stop. But yeah. Over the years, I've learned to make the most out of like MIDI guitars. Like I figured out all the tricks to make it sound at least like almost believable. So first tip is in the FL Studio. It's a motorbike. Shut up! I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, the piano roll that's built into FL Studio has this strum feature, and basically what that does is if you have a chord, what the strum will do is just offset it like that, ever so slightly, and that kind of like creates the illusion of like when you're like actually strumming a guitar. And also, if I just like bring it up, you have the option to alternate the direction. So if you have like two chords in succession, you can have one strum up and one strum down, and it like alternates between those. So that's one thing. Another thing is, you can probably see here, I've randomized the velocity, so that kind of makes like a more human sound. Yeah. And then I've also, yeah, I've randomized the panning as well, just to like give it some space. I don't know what I'm saying. And then another thing is these slides here. You can do polyphonic slides in the piano roll. I don't know if you know this, but if I have, let's say I have like a major chord, and I want to slide it up to a D minor chord. Now I could just do this, right? Change this to a slide, and then this will go up, but since this is a major chord, it's going to go up to D major instead of D minor, right? So what if I want to like individually slide each of the notes? So the G goes up to the A, the E goes up to the F instead of the F sharp, and then the C goes up to the D. You can do that by changing the color of the note. And then, so if I change this to the second color, and then this slide to the second color, it's gonna ignore the first color and only slide the E to the F. Does that make any sense? But yeah, that's what I'm doing here. It's very OP. But yeah, that's that. This is the Nylon Shimmer preset from Essential Guitars. Not much for processing, just this horrendous EQ, OTT, reverb. Why do I have a wave shaper on everything? That's kind of weird. And then I think this crystallizer is being automated, like throughout the intro. Yeah, so it's this here. Fuck. But yeah, just a granular delay. Kind of creates this like cool reverse effect. What else we got? That's it for like the main part, as in like this first kind of 8-bar section. We've got this like little pad sweep. And that's just from the ambient stem. We've got some wind chimes. I really like using this one sound effect that I think I got from freesound.org. So shout out to Pete Buchwald. We got, is this a respace? Yeah. Nice. Sounds like there's some subtle saturation. Okay, not really very subtle, but yeah. There's a lot of wave shaper. I've said that already, but just kind of surprising. That's just the guitar. This is a harp? Yeah. So this is just another, it's another flex thing. It's from the general MIDI library. Very reverbed out. Yeah, very MIDI-esque. I think I just like copied the MIDI over from the guitar. Except for the slides, I made them like separate notes for some reason. But yeah, that's that. This is just the original ambient stem that I like cut up a little bit. Oh yeah, there's some weird tempo stuff going on. So this whole intro section is at 150. And then right here, it switches to 160, and then it's 160 for the rest of the track. I don't know why I did that. Like, genuinely. But yeah, that's why this is like kind of doing some weird slidey stuff around here. See that? But yeah, that's just pretty much untouched. And then I loop this kind of drony section. We got some strings. What's the bet? This is another flex preset. Where are you? It is. Alright. Yeah, a lot of flex in this intro. And we've got like some volume automations. This is actually a problem. I'm gonna change the buffer length. Hopefully it does it less. Yeah, you get the idea. We got this brass. Okay, we got some brass for some reason. Oh, this is direct wave. Alright, so it's not flex. Yeah, so if you don't know, if you go down to the packs section and under instruments, you get all these like sample libraries, and if you drag in these little cogs, you can just like use them. Yeah. Get out of here. Alright. Some war toms. A lot of reverb. Yeah, so this is just from like a free loop pack I got. Like a kind of heavy down here. Staccato strings, I think. Who would have guessed? Another flex preset. We got signature disphing op. It's just serum. Yeah. Opening up the cutoff over time, and yeah, a lot of reverb in this section, just on like every instrument. Make it very spacey. Some rises, just like downlifters. I think most of these are from Stuff I Made Volume 1. Reverb again. We got this. Is this like the original? Okay, it's the original stem. Like a little keyboard thing. I don't know why I left the attack like this. Didn't like fade it in or anything. Ooh. Okay, so this is the original vocal stem. Just kind of having that in the background. Kind of ties everything together. I messed some stuff up here. We got this boy. Where are you? Alright, so this is the grand piano thing in flex. Just kind of doing some octave stuff. Very Porter Robinson language-esque, you know? More impacts. We got a little cymbal. And is that it? I think that's it for the intro. I would play it. Actually, yeah, I will play it. We have fun here. Is chat just like not loading? I don't know what's going on. You guys are allowed to speak. Let me just refresh. Yeah. Alright. Let's get into the build-up. Don't you walk away. It could be worse. Could be lagging a lot worse. So at this point the tempo is now 160. We got this reverse into the vocals. Same thing I did for the guitar. You know, don't you walk away. So, just the original stem again, obviously. And yeah, just like automating this like main reverb. Don't you walk away. I say main reverb as if there's like more. It's just this one. Very long decay. Just kind of acts as like a transition. We got this very lazy snare fill. Yeah, and then impact. We got, this is like this drives the entire build up. Like without it, it's just drums. Yeah. This is the main thing that's like, you know, driving the rhythm and like the bass and stuff. I'm just saying things and stuff in hopes that I sound smart. So this is just a super song. Okay, this one. Let me take the effects off. Let's take a gander. Oh, right. So, okay, this is a technique that I think a lot of you know off of AU5. I think he mentioned it in a tutorial at some point, but you can use the noise oscillator in Serum as a modulator. And what I've done is I've hooked it up to the coarse pitch of a saw wave. That's kind of giving it this very subtle like wobbling effect. Like if I turn it up, you can really hear it, but very subtle. It kind of creates the illusion of like a detune, but like when you play it monophonically, it kind of polyphonically. Sorry, me trying to sound smart again. It sounds bigger than it actually is, in a way. So I'm doing that, and then we've got just like a standard distorted noise bass. Yeah, and those layered together gives us that, and then we've got just like an abundance of filters and stuff, and like a lot of wave shaper, as you do. There's like a reverb somewhere, I think. Is this one? Yeah, so that's being automated as well. Yeah. Little clap. Nice. Same wind chime sample from earlier. Yeah. I've got a snare that comes in. Nice. What's going on up here with the CPU? It's like very gradually rising. It's very ominous. Ah, whatever. What's chat doing? Just the main drop synths. Like the main kind of lead. I'll go over that when we get to the drop. Yeah, just kind of reverb out. Yeah. Another impact. Cool. We've got... Right, okay, so I think I think I made that in a separate project file. And I basically just like cut up the vocal stem and like repitch some of the notes to like make this melody. Very cool. I don't know what this like tail end is doing. It has no business like being after here pretty much, but I left it in for some reason. You can still kind of hear it like in the master, I think. It's probably still there. Anyway, more rises and stuff. These are the same ones from this kind of intro. Which I think is cool, being resourceful. This little vocal background thing makes a return. Cool. I think that's it. So yeah, that's the build up. Are you guys enjoying this? Cause I'm indifferent. Anyway. That's just the vocal stem, pretty much untouched. Reverb tail, gross. Yeah. We got little zappy thing. And then, yeah, drums. So, these are like just the main drums. Ugh, what's going on there? Oh yeah, I filtered the snare. Is that like a stretching algorithm on the snare? There is. Okay, that's strange. This is for like, okay, it's for pitch automation. Yes, that's that. I think you can find all of these in Stuff I Made Volume 1. Always be plugging. Little reverse kick, because you gotta. Yeah. So that's the main drums. We got this. Just like a weird kind of scrungly percussion loop. What else we got? Open hat for some reason. And then like a reverse into the snare. And then we've also got a zap little thing. So everything in context, all the drums together, sound like this. Wait, what? The open hi-hat, this thing here, just kind of like goes away for the second half. That's a strange artistic choice. Anyway, this is the vocal lead. Not vocal lead, like the lead. Where is the filter? Hey, what the hell? What's that high end doing? Hold on. Where's this going? What's this doing? Strange. Wait, is this being like... See, this is why you organize your project files. Because I have no idea what like half these automations do. God. What is that? Ah, whatever. I'll just disable them. Okay, so this is 3 layers. What's this? Why is this muted? The hell? I don't remember using that, like, at all. Oh well. Nah. Anyway, so this is one of the layers. It's like weird glitchy thing. And if I take off the effects, it's pretty much just a sine wave. And I'm doing the noise oscillator trick thing again, but I'm putting it on the octave. So the octave is being like randomly automated. And that kind of makes this like weird glitchy thing. If I take that off, you can hear it. It's kind of like, you know, jumping around. And then we've also got this pitch bend thing. And that's on like another one of the layers as well. But the thing that really gives it its sound is this downsample thing / bit crush that I'm doing through Effector, and that's what this automation here is. Nice. We got file hollow supermassive because you got this really crunchy wave shaper. Yeah. And then OTT, naturally. And then all these. I think this is like a bus that I put on the entire lead layer, like everything all together. So I'll go over that in a bit. We've got this other thing. Just a super saw pretty much. It's also doing the octave thing. Doesn't sound as extreme, but it's there. Pretty much same processing, minus the bit crush. And then just going through this chain as well. And then we've got just a flex marimba. That's fun. No pitch bend on that. Just kind of the raw pitch or whatever. Nothing too remarkable for processing. Just like the usual. And then for the effects on like the main. So if that it sounds like that. And then not a huge difference. Actually, surprisingly. Just a transient processor. This wave shaper, obviously, because we got it's on every channel, apparently. OTT. High-end cut, low-end cut, sorry. I know words. This filter that's being automated in the build-up. Another wave shaper. And then reverb that I'm using for automation somewhere. And then this other filter that I don't know what is for, but it's there. But that's that. Now let's get to. We've got these like chord stabs. Okay, and that's causing some CPU issues for some reason. What is this? Okay, so it's just like a detuned saw plucky thing. I did the strum thing I was talking about earlier, so there's like slight offset in the notes. And what do we have for effects? I don't remember like most of this. OTT naturally. Little altar boy. For the load. Okay, pitch up. Okay, that kind of introducing some like glitchy artifacts. Only like partially mixed in, so that's cool. Convolver. That's not... Okay, that's doing something somehow. Is there anything here? What? Wait. If I normalize this. What is going on? So it's that. Alright. Interesting. So there's that, and then EQ just like extremely boosting the high end. Wave Shaper, because of course. Valhalla Supermassive, because of course. And then another OTT. It's a very roomy sound. Yeah. And then this like weird plucky bass. It's not that weird. Yeah, just a saw wave. Sound goodizer. Alright. Okay, it's Valhalla Supermassive on the bass. Okay, that's like a smart thing to do. It's not that bad actually. Yeah, just kind of giving it some like chorusy type sound. Wave Shaper again. This EQ, that's like boosting the high end a lot. Not a lot. OTT. Wave Shaper again. What is with me and like this? It's on everything. Whatever. We got some super saw stabs. Cool. Swag. So if there's a load, just like standard detuned saw wave in Serum. We've got hard lead. This is a Hama preset. And then just like distorted saw bass. Cool. The MIDI looks like this. Very nice. It's nearly 1 o'clock already. Oh my god. Should gotta move on. 1 o'clock my time, that is. Yeah, cool little rhythmic pad thing. And I think that's everything. Oh, there's some stuff in like the B section that I gotta go over, I think. What's this? It's like, I think this is strings. Yeah. Watch this. Oh, cool, another flex preset. Yeah, wow. Such a variety. Yeah, so there's that. Snare switch up, as we went over already. I think that's everything. Oh, we've got like this turnaround type thing for the... What are these for? Wait. I have the misfortune of living next to a busy road, so motorbikes, etc. I'm just gonna ignore this. I'm gonna pretend this isn't here. Okay, so this filter, where's that? Is that just on like the... Okay, it's on the whole sidechain channel, so everything that's being sidechained is being filtered with this. It's like a low pass thing. And I guess there's a reverb as well. And a gain thing. Alright. Okay, interesting. Sorry about the fucking lag. I don't know what's going on. Well, I do. My laptop sucks. That's what's going on. How's chat doing? What if that hi-hat going away in the second half was the reason you won the remix comp? That would be crazy. Yeah. Eliminate has a PhD in hi-hats, as we all know, so maybe he saw that as like a cool stylistic choice. What else? We got that. That's just the vocal stem pitched up. And then just like some weird filter slash reverb stuff. That sounds really cool. We've got this little fill. That's from my song Kaleidoscope. And I think that's it for the first drop. Oh, so on the super saws here, we've got a reverb automation. And I think that's just like adding space. Not like a huge amount, but yeah, you can barely hear it actually. And then we get into the second, less CPU intensive drop. Oh my, come on, bro. It's not that bad. You're being a pussy. Pussy laptop. Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Just like the main vocal, not vocal, drop synth stem. Where are you? Here. So I'm using Valhalla Frequency Echo, Freak Echo, to do the frequency shifting. And that's because I didn't have, at the time of making this, I didn't have the Kilohertz suite, and FL Studio didn't have a native frequency shifter, which it does now. So I had to use this. This is a free plugin. And the output is mono. I can change it to stereo, but there's like... there's like some like weird, you know, offset stuff going on with the stereo mode, so I had to settle with the mono setting. So that's doing that. This filter is on the snare, which sounds like this. Okay, and this is what the stretching mode is for. So it's being pitched up here. This reverb is being automated for the drop synth. We got a sub drop. Okay, fun little fact about this. It's not really fun, it's kind of boring actually. So when I originally submitted this for the remix comp, this sub drop was like super stereo. And only after I like resubmitted the master for distribution, I had to adjust the stereo delay, so it's not stereo. Well, it still kind of is, but This is a stock sample, I think, in Where are you? It's one of these. This guy. Yeah. So that's there. What else? Okay, so this is... I think this is one of the synths I used. Wait. Is this from the first drop? Wait, hold on. It isn't. Okay. Wait, is it? It is. Okay, so this is here. One of the chords. I'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, this is... Where are you? Oh wait, it is here. Huh. Okay. So there's this chord thing from the first drop. It's doing that. In like the Jersey Club rhythm. Yeah. And then we've got another thing that I was about to get into. This guy. It's like a weird pulse wave thing. Yeah. That's being like filtered and stuff. I'm gonna turn my air conditioner down so it's colder in here, so my laptop doesn't overheat. And then what else is there? There's a sub bass that comes in somewhere. And that's this guy. Just a sine wave. You know how it is. The fan on the aircon just went crazy for no reason. Okay. Yeah, tube distortion. Nothing too fancy. Sound goodizer, I guess. Riser. Cool. Impact. The up thing from the intro. Nice. Is that it? That's it. Okay. And then the classic. Very cool. I'm very funny. I'm extremely hilarious. Did you know that? That's crazy. And then we get into the drop, which we hate for some reason. Okay, I actually it was a meme, and then I was just like spamming my spacebar, and then it like actually almost got out of control. Anyway, kick from the first drop. It's the same sample. Nice. Back when I first made this, I would like listen back to like, I don't know, give myself feedback before submitting. And this kick was like driving me insane, particularly in this part. Because I swore I could hear some like stereo width in like the high end. But like it's completely mono. Wait, is it? It is, yeah. And my brain was like telling me, no, this has stereo width, but it doesn't. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway. That sidechain. Is this like, I think this is like only partially sidechained. Wait, hold on. 31. It is, whoa. So it's not fully routed to the sidechain, it's like still on the master kind of. You get what I'm saying? You know? It's still like kind of there. It's not completely being ducked out. We've got this reverb automation. giving it that like 16th note flow or whatever. Is like the main chord slash sub bass. It's in one pattern for some reason. Also, I just realized my FL goes away when I switch windows. That's funny. Anyway, where was I? We got this guy. That's just the chord thing from the first drop. And I think there's 2 bass patches here. If I can find the other one. This one. Okay, now my cursor's lagging. You can't see it, but the frame rate just dropped a lot. This is why I was scared about streaming. My laptop is not built for this. Or maybe it was like when it came out 5 years ago, but I need a new laptop badly. Anyway. It's very messy for some reason. Like kind of muddy. But yeah, this one is just like a plucky thing. Is this from the first drop as well? I think it might be. And then the kind of 16th note sub bass thing. Who followed me? Where's my OBS? Oh, it's gone. Thank you to whoever followed me. Very cool. Where are we? Yeah, that's a sub bass. We got... These are like the same super saws from the first drop. And then little ambience thing. This is the same one that is over here. Cool. There's like these reverb automations that are doing something. Fruity Convolver and... Oh, are these on the... Okay. So that's for this. So if I take these... as opposed to... just kind of tightens everything up. And... that's it for that part. We're doing the reverb thing again. For the super saws. And then... this guy comes in. Billie Eilish bad guy type beat. This is another stock sample. It's Attack Blip 4. And I think that's in the mode audio drums section somewhere. Yeah. Get out of here. Oh wait. What else we got? Oh, this little like the snare from the first drop comes back as just like a little turnaround. Reverse kick comes back as well. Big super saw thing here. Sub bass is doing some like octave jumps from the sound of it. Where are you? Oh my god. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and then drums for the B section. Is that like this? You know. These are all like my own samples. I had like an aversion to using third-party samples for some reason. That's from Stuff I Made Volume 1. As is this. This like weird tom thing. So like the Jersey Club flow is still kinda there through this. And I think that's pretty much it. The drop synth stem, I've like kinda, there's like this little counter melody that's like just built into the thing that Eliminate must have done. Cool. Swag. Nice. Yeah. So that's the second drop. And then vocal stem comes back. There's a weird filter thing here. Same fill from earlier. And then impact and such. Cool. Hi Lily! So I just saw that. Yeah, and then we got this break section. This is mostly just like the original stems. Like we got this bell thing, this little percussion loop. Yeah. This is the same pad from before. They're like the stretched out reverb tail. I need to, this is so unorganized. Why isn't it doing anything? There we go. So just that. Respace. Cool. Nice. Forest ambience. Because you gotta. Yeah. And then what else we got? This little plucky bass. Yeah. I don't know if I used this at another point in the track. Is this just like another? Okay. So it's this it's the same plucky bass that I've been using throughout the track. That's kind of, it's introducing a new chord progression. So before it was doing that, and that's doing, you know. We also got this guy. And that's the kind of neuro bass thing, just resampled and like reverbed out. I will go over that in a moment. We got this guy. That's the same top loop from the first drop. We got this, which is like a chip tune thing. I think it's just, that sounds like a bit crushed sine wave or like triangle wave. Yeah. And then there's a downsample somewhere. I'm assuming, yeah. Okay. And then we get into the... I wouldn't really call this a drop. This is like kind of the break section. But yeah, drums sound like this. This is my own kick. I forget if I put this in Stuff I Made Volume 1. I probably did. And this snare / rim shot is a cymatic sample. So it's not my own, which is probably a first. Ew. Ew. Okay. I'll just go over them individually, I guess. We got this insane electric piano. Yeah, I don't know why electric piano. I don't know. I guess I just like the tambo or something. Ugh. Fuck. Okay, how are we gonna do this? All right. I'll take off all the effects, and we'll just add them one by one. So this is what the neuro-y kind of squelchy bass sounds like without anything. So this is Evol Long Reese, that's the wavetable I'm using. It's kind of plucky. I don't know what's going on here, but it's got a decay for some reason. And for effects, this is just kind of acting as a chorus, I guess. Of course, we all saw this coming. Whoa, that's loud. Alright. Okay, this is what's giving it that, like, neuro sound. And that's what these automations are. So these are all controlling the frequency of a notch filter. And... oh, what the hell? Wait a minute. Yeah, we gotta actually enable these. So they're doing this. And that's giving it that kind of swirly sound. Sound goodizer. Because you gotta. Just kind of compresses everything. I like that sound actually. What's this? Okay, this is a patcher recreation of Soothe 2. It was made by this YouTube guy Frank Pohl. And it's just like kind of taming harsh frequencies. So if I go into one of these EQs, you can see it kind of working. We got just a low cut, some treble boost, OTT, some stereo width, cool, and then this guy. So this like comes with FL Studio in like the stock presets. So over here, it's a disperser thing. It kind of gives it like a lasery sound. If I turn up the, I don't know what this is, it's labeled stages, but it's probably like there's probably some more technical explanation for what it does. But like you can really kind of hear it when it's like down here. And my laptop doesn't like that, so we're gonna move it back. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, something like that. And then we got all these effects, which, like, Jesus Christ. Just some, like, general adjustments. More stereo width. I guess I really like my stereo field. The classic. OTT, sound goodizer, some more EQ adjustments. I think this is for like automation. Looks like, yeah. And then I think this is also for like, you know, sweeps and stuff. Just like a really long decay reverb. So that's that. Sub bass, I think. Come on. Cool. And I think, oh, we've got a brass horn on like the start of every bar. Is that it? For like the, I think that is it. Come on. Hi-hat. Cool. Very complex pattern. Like, oh my god. How did I come up with this? Crazy. Nice. Okay, so this is a granulizer. And a couple of years ago, I did this big recording session. I basically just like brought out my mic and like banged on a bunch of stuff in my house. And then I compiled all those sounds into this one big long audio file. And I like to like put them into, like, just chuck that into a granulizer. And you get these like cool kind of metallic sounds. So I'm doing that to kind of give this some flavor, some texture, and I'm automating the pitch for more variety, I guess. In the context of the drums, that sounds like this. We've got that percussion loop from the break section. Oh yeah, the pre-break section, I guess you could call it. So that's just the original drum stem that I've like filtered and laid with the other drums. So that sounds like this. Cool. The same top loop. And then just some like weird synth fills here and there. Yeah. This sounds very pitch mappy. Very kind of blurred transients. And then this is... Was this in stuff I made volume 1? It might have been. It's one of like the synth effects, but I've like pitched it around and stuff. I think that's it. Pardon my dog. We got this. I spent like 5 whole minutes on this, and it's like such a short little bit. So what this is doing, this is the original bell stem, and I've layered that with itself an octave up, and I'm using this automation to crossfade between the two. And then I'm also automating the speed of that LFO on this automation. Yeah. So there's that. And then we get into this ends up becoming the build up for the third drop, or the fourth drop, depending on how you look at it. So at a certain point I begin high passing this sub bass. And I guess there's like the plucky thing comes back here for like the octave bass. Yeah. Mostly the same drums minus the snare, and also the kick pattern changes. Just some like impacts and stuff. And then I resampled the main drop synths. Just like drown them in reverb, I guess. Filtering them as well. Cool. Same riser from before. This like drum build-up loop I had lying around. I was gonna put this in a sample pack, but I didn't, I guess. Okay, now you may notice if I extend this out, it cuts off here. But the build up for this track goes to here. So I need something to fill in these two beats. So what do? You take this, duplicate it, and then pitch it up slightly. Seamless. So there's that. And what else? That's pretty much it. Just some like general mixing, you know, admin. I'm decreasing the volume of these follies over time because they kind of get like a bit much towards the end of the build up when like the drums are like more sparse and stuff. Yeah, so that's the build up. And then oh, this is gonna be fun. This is the most CPU intensive part of the track, I think. Yeah, enjoy. I'm gonna jump out of a moving vehicle. Yeah. So vocal stem again. Doing some like wacky volume automation here. This is very similar to what I do in the fake out for my Spaghetti remix. I'm just now realizing I kind of do the same thing with the main vocal. Anyway, subtle riser, and then This is kind of an homage to what I think is still my most viewed video on YouTube, which is like my Bo Burnham Inside 8-bit recreations. That video has like tarnished my reputation on YouTube forever, I feel like. But you know, we bowl. Yeah, just some like generic drum samples. Doesn't really matter, they're gonna be bit crushed anyway. Yeah. And then that's the, you know how it is. This is just, is this the same thing from like the pre-drop thing for the neuro section? Is it the same patch? It is, okay. Good to know. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's that. We got an impact. And then we get into the drop, finally. The drums are pretty much, they're pretty similar to the first one. The first drop, that is. As in, like, all the main kind of samples are there. This top loop comes back. This little pad thing. I'm layering the drum stem. Wait. Okay, this is interesting. So, think about where the downbeat is, right? Now let me turn on the metronome. So I've offset it by like 1/16th note. I guess to like make some sort of syncopation or something. What does it sound like in the context of the rest of the drums? Interesting. Alright. Just some like synth fills. Some like cool glitchy stuff. What are these? Okay, so this is like the main drop synth stem. It's not even really doing anything. It's just kind of like adding transients, I guess. But yeah, volume automation for some reason. I'm scared to check this because from memory, there's a lot of like weird resonator stuff going on and like MIDI patcher stuff. It's very CPU intensive as well, as we've already established. I'll try to break this down, but it's very unorganized. So just bear with me. What's this? Okay, so this is like, we're starting with, where are you? Which is 14. This one. Okay, so arpeggiator thing that's built into the FL wrapper settings. Without it, it sounds like this. And that's because this is mono and legato for some reason. So those are like the chords that are driving this arpeggiator. And for effects, we've got just like way too much stuff. Just like the usual. Valhalla, Supermassive, OTT. low cut, stereo imaging stuff, transient processor. Jesus, that is alright. Okay, this is the resonator. So this is just another stock patcher thing. And this is where the MIDI stuff comes in. So that's what this is doing. And the chords for that look like this. When I increase the feedback, you can... You can kind of hear what it's doing. Wave shaper. That is distorted, Jesus. Alright, okay. So this is sharpener. And what this is a patcher preset that I made. It's very simple. It's basically just 8 stock transient processors stacked on top of each other. And you can control the attack and release for each of them. And I'm partially mixing that in. So the full signal sounds like this. I can control how many are active. So if I want just 1 transient processor, or if I want 8. Yeah. Cool stuff. Where is it? 4. Yeah. OTT, because obviously we have to. And then this fruity balance is probably being automated somewhere. I don't know where. Oh wait, no. Okay, it probably is one of these. No? Oh, wait. What? Huh? Wait. It's not being... Wait, what? It's not being automated. What is this for? Why is this here? What? That's so stupid. Alright. This just does nothing, I guess. Alright, what else we got? This is probably... I think this is going into a bus. Yeah. Okay, so that's what this automation here is. So that's doing this, I'd imagine? There's something here that my CPU hates. Let's try and figure it out. So more stereo width, apparently. Wave shaper, yeah. Transient processor, yeah. OTT, yeah. And then this fruity balance, which is doing that. This reverb's being automated, I believe, by this. Let's see. Yeah. So just kind of accentuating the rhythm, I guess, and also like doing some throw stuff as well. Rift feedback light. The hell? Okay, I think this is just another resonator. And that's probably being controlled by something. I'm not gonna log in on stream. I don't want you seeing my details, but it's doing something. Just know that it's there. And then just some more EQ adjustment stuff. So that's one of the layers. All that for one layer. Alright, what's this? So this is the sub bass, okay. Just, yeah, sine wave, distortion. What is this? It's like a granular thing. Super wide. Like, oh my god. So, okay, so what this is another like granulizer trick. So the original sample sounds like this. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Is it this one? Okay, So it's just like that, but for the different chords in the progression. So we've got one for, I think this is in C sharp major slash A sharp minor. So this would be the F minor. No? Wait. Okay. Okay. So that's the F minor thing. Just like repitched, and then that's doing the C sharp major. And then that's doing the A sharp minor. This is very confusing, I'd imagine. But yeah, it's just like repitched chord granulizer shenanigans. Yeah. Very trebly as well. This is going into the same bus as this main guy. Yeah. Cool. What's this? Okay, so this is just like a detuned thing that's like accentuating the melody that's going on here. That thing. Okay, I think that's the worst of it out of the way. Let me just unsolo everything. Is this a broken sample? No? Okay. Speaking of which, okay, so this is another like transient thing, I guess. I've talked about this in my Steve Lacy bad habit flip breakdown thing that's up on YouTube. This is just like chord stacks that I rendered out, cut up, and then like spliced into the chord progression of the drop. Yeah, I think it's the same one I used in the bad habit flip. Anyway, a tom, I guess. I wasn't done talking about the drums, I guess. I think I talked about that. There's like some more like weird synth fills here and there. I think this is just like a that was me trying to do a Sixth Sense impression like a couple of years ago. That was just a drop I made and I like cut it up. Yeah, I'm not playing the thing at like the correct speed because it's embarrassing and bad. Shout out Sixth Sense though. Is that it? That's like the main stuff. Oh wait. Okay, so this is another MIDI out, and I think this is what's controlling the rift feedback thing. Wherever that is, this guy. So it's just another resonator, and you won't be able to hear it. I'll just replace it with like a serum, so you can like hear the MIDI that it's doing. How's chat doing? Hi Freezy. What else? I think that's it. Can I replace this back? Yes, I can. And then we got this like glitchy vocal thing for the turnaround. I think what I did for this is, so I just like dragged this into Edison and like did a bunch of like pitching and stretching on it. And that's what's giving it that glitchy sound. Yeah. I'm scared to play this in full. I'm gonna do it anyway, because it's funny, and it'll be good content. Alright. The snare changed again. That's fun. It's mostly the same. In terms of like the main layers. Like this is more or less the same pattern. Like maybe with a slightly different melody. The main stuff is down here. So there's a open hi-hat that comes in, like a ride almost. And then this is what's like making it really feel big. So this like synth lead, that's just a sample apparently. And then brass horns. That's it, I think, for the third drop. And then just like, you know, typical vocal stem reverb filter, you know the drill. And then the same fill from earlier. And then the same impact from earlier. And then the same guitars from earlier. But this time, we've got a piano. And that's doing this. Very, very melancholy. Tempo automation, because I can. It's 2 flex presets, like come on. Cannot be that bad. But yeah, I did the master in a separate project file, and added like a weird stuttery thing at the end. That you can't hear here. Well, I mean, it kind of is there, due to the CPU stuff. That was a bad joke. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Before I move on, do we have any questions? Let me bring chat over here. We're down to 2 viewers. Damn. That's cool. I'm fine. How are we almost at 2 hours? God. Alright. I'll have to like power through the next one. So yeah, how many viewers still here? We're up to 4. Share the stream around. I'm about to start on the next tune. I closed the tab for the straw poll. Alright. Now, okay, this is interesting. So there is a 2-way tie for the second song for me to break down. And those 2 songs are That's Why They Pay Me the Big Bucks and Savior. So I think the best way to settle this is, can I put a poll in chat? How do I do that? Mod view. How many of you guys are like actually still here? Like, are all 4 of you just like bots? Should I just flip a coin? I'm gonna flip a coin. Let's go, heads for big bucks, tails for savior. Flipping tails. Alright, we're doing savior. I want to do big bucks. I just do that for no reason. Alright, let's go. That's why they pay me the big bucks. What did I name the project file? Are you guys having fun? I mean, I can't tell. I'm not getting... Is my Twitch just broken? Project file is still opening. Yeah, this is a surprisingly big project file. Oh yeah, just some like interesting stuff about... Oop, it opened. Alright, we're good. Oop, missing samples, that's cool. I really should have... Oh, come on. Yeah, crash now. That's a great job. Yeah, really, really great time to crash. Alright, now we gotta go through the whole opening the project file again. Alright. Yeah, so just some info about like how I went about making this track. So for the previous sleepovers that I participated in, I'm gonna be completely honest, none of them were started like just completely from scratch. So what do I mean by that? The first sleepover I did, sleepover volume 1, that was based on a drop idea that I'd made like a few days prior, but everything else was made within the time limit. Sleepover Volume 2, my track with Self-Discovery, that was based on a melody loop that I just had lying around. Sleepover Volume 4, Cutback, I actually had the idea like a month ago, but I vowed to like not write anything down, like not notate it in any way, because I didn't want to, you know, work on it in any way, like at all, before the time limit began. But going into it, I had the chord progression, it felt right in the moment, and the general rhythm for the chorus, but everything else was like produced within the time limit. But this was the first one where going into it I had nothing. Actually, the only thing I did have was the title. I knew I wanted it to be called That's Why They Pay Me the Big Bucks, because I keep like a note in my notes app of just like random song ideas, and that was one of them. Song title ideas, sorry. But yeah, speaking of which, oh, we're down to 1 viewer. That's really cool. This suddenly became very intimate. Or up to 2. Okay. Anyway, let's see if I can get OBS to cooperate. Oop, there we go. Alright. So. Oh, wait, I gotta... Okay, one sec. Oh my god. Okay. This is the sloppiest stream ever. I really should have done this before we started. I gotta, fix the missing samples. I think that's everything. Well, almost everything. Alright. Take 2. Oop. Just hit 2 hours, that's cool. I'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, intro. Cool piano. Why is it delaying? There's no delay. That's just the CPU being a PP. I don't know what that was. So Stage Grand. It's in the Essential Pianos Flex library, and I'm pitching it up an octave, and that's what's giving it that kind of that like cheap MIDI sound. If I bring it back down, it almost sounds normal. When it's pitched up, it sounds kind of like tinny. But yeah, and this is what I use to like plan out the chord progression. So I've got like this whole second half that I didn't use. Yeah. And for effects, I'm making it completely mono and just a bit crush / downsample. Yeah. Okay. So that's the intro. The very short intro, and then we've got more intro. We've got this little fill here. So this is an impact from Stuff I Made Volume 2, and then a snare. This is the So Unbelievably Funny snare, and I've got a tape stop on that, so it's kind of like a pitch down type thing. And then for drums, nothing too fancy, just kind of typical kind of speed house. So I've got this kick. Shout out Slate Digital, they have like really good free sample packs. That's where the kick is from. This clap is, this is the valuable clap from Stuff I Made Volume 2. This open hat is from a Vengeance sample pack. It's from Electroshock 2. This clap, this extra like crunchy thing, also from Electroshock Volume 2. That comes in whenever the chords aren't playing. Yeah. And in the context of the rest of the drums, cool. Sub bass, I think, yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary. Sine wave, white noise, distortion, somewhere. Oh yeah, this is a microtonal key. It's a D sharp minor, D sharp major, minus 30 cents. So that's what this is doing. Yeah. This is like my go-to combo. Muted Strat 1 from Essential Guitars and Flex, plus Blue Cat's free amp. Just fire every time. So that's what it sounds like without effects. And then we've got this patcher thing. It's two little altar boys. One of them's going an octave down, and the other is going a fifth up. So it kind of creates like a power chord. And that's being like partially mixed in. Then we've got an OTT. this is a noise gate. An EQ. This is just like a pre-distortion filter type thing. Then we've got the amp. That's making it like super crunchy and rocky, and then just an EQ bringing out certain frequencies. Cool. Oh, this is like a laser thing. Oh my god. Okay. Stop being stupid. Okay. So it's this. This is a sine wave. I'm using a LFO with like a downward ramp to change the pitch envelope. No, I'm using it as a pitch envelope, sorry. And then I'm putting that on the volume as well. It's got some unison, so that's cool. It's very detuned. Kind of ambiguous pitch type beat. Shout out Zenth Audio. Cool distortion plugin. I won't go over the specifics of the effects because like it's such a minor sound. I will go over these actually. These are cool. So this is this LFO controlling the panning. So if I take this off, basically what it's doing is, so the LFO lasts for 2 beats, and on the first 2 16th notes, it's in the middle of the stereo field, and then for the next 2, it's to the left or to the right, and then for the next 2, it's in the middle, and then for the next 2, it's on the right. So it kind of makes this like cool, I don't know what you call it, like 4D audio effect. Yeah, and then I've got, it's kind of like a very extreme sidechaining. Just kind of accentuating the offbeat type thing. We've got this lead thing. Just kind of a, yeah, standard detuned init preset thing. Distortion, high pass filter, you know the vibes. It's doing this in terms of MIDI. Yeah. Just some like super saws I rendered out and like cut up. We've got this. Nice. And then that's just a distorted pad sample. I gotta start like powering through this. This is a long ass stream. Like Jesus. Alright. This drum fill. So this is from an acoustic drum sample pack. It's like a free one I got off some sketchy website. Just like these like double snare hits make for like cool fills. I'm getting like ear fatigue. Alright, kick. That's for like the rockier kind of verse. Snare. This is the studio snare from Stuff I Made Volume 2 with some like crunchiness that I think is on the entire drum bus, which I'll go over in a moment. This is like a top layer I added, and I think, yeah. So I'm automating the volume of it so it's not as extreme. Oh wait, and then there's, is this filter for the Who just followed me? JHL, hello. So there's that. We got some hi-hats down here. Just like a ride. I think there's like a... Wait. Where are we? Here. Okay, there's a trance gate. So that's kind of giving it that like... a kind of rhythm to it. You know? Then we've got... just like a hi-hat. But yeah, all the drums together sound like this. Oop. There's like some crashes over here. Yeah, extra crunchy. Broken glass sound effects here. I'm using this automation because like the stereo was kind of weird, so I'm just kind of like using this to realign it, type thing. Without it, it sounds like this. It's like way off to the left. But yeah, let's go over processing. Where did I put everything? Huh? Okay. On the hi-hats at least, we have kilohertz bit crush, and this is basically just bit rate, bit depth reduction, whatever you call it. That's what's like making it nice and crunchy. Without it, it sounds like this. Very clean. This is kind of like gritty, you know. And then we've got, oh, this is like a bass. Yeah, good 80 picked. And just like running through this horrendous EQ that's just eliminating a lot of harmonics that like came with the preset. Yeah. Transient processor, reducing the release, which doesn't appear to be doing anything at the moment. Guitar amp distortion thing. That's what's giving it like that sound. I'm gonna disable, sorry, smart disable. Hopefully that'll spare my CPU a little bit. EQ, oh my god. Alright, I guess. Wave shape. I thought we were over this. Alright, so there's that. Maximus, which is cleaning up the low end and the mids. It's kind of like a noise gate almost. Limiter, just as like a safety net, I guess. Another EQ, alright. In a unexpected turn of events, my CPU hates me more now. That's cool. And then we've got these pads here, which was a missing sample, but basically what these are meant to be doing is this. So they kind of fade in over time. And in the context of everything, let's hope my... Yeah. So it kind of accentuates that last chord a little bit. And then chord progression changes here. we bring in this like top thing, and I've got a kilohertz ensemble on it, and it's like gradually detuning the guitar here, so it kind of like gets more chaotic as it progresses, and I accentuate it with like other follies and stuff. Yeah. Thought my stream was broken for a sec. Alright. Yeah, this foley stuff is being filtered. Okay, so this is just like a random sound design session that I brought into Granulizer, and I'm pitching it up and also shortening the grains over time, so it creates the illusion that it's like getting faster and more chaotic. You kind of hear that? So the grain spacing, the attack, and the hold time, I'm decreasing. So it like, yeah, so it gets quicker pretty much. And then just some like weird filtering stuff. Where are you? Okay, so I've got a high pass and a low pass that are kind of like being automated in tandem. A riser. Cool. And then we've got cool thing. So this is just the pulverize impact from Stuff I Made Volume 2. Then we've got this. And this is just a sound design session of mine. Doesn't matter which one, or like what it sounds like, but it's just some like plucks. Not really plucks, it's like kind of clicks. And this is goofy delay thing. So there's another patcher preset I made, and it's a single instance of delay, but the delay time is being randomly modulated by a P controller that's on the noise thing. And if I turn the feedback up, it makes these like weird metallic sounds. So that's what's giving it that like granular type feel. But like it was kind of down here. Yeah. High pass filter that is not being automated. So I guess this is just kind of eliminating any kind of DC offset or whatever. And then just this crunchy wave shaper. Reverb automation, because that's fun. Is this on the master? It is. Alright. Reverb on the master. Cool, cool. So that's that kind of weird impact breakdown pre-drop section. And then we've got this mess. By the way, I'll go over vocals, like, once we've gone through all the main instrumental stuff. So this is just like a variety of things. This kind of stompy, hard style kick, but like not really. It's just a sine wave with some distortion. Is this being fed anywhere? Okay, so for... I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain what this all does when I get to it. So there's that, and then there's... Okay, so this is just some white noise that's being EQ'd into oblivion, distorted, and side-chained, I guess. Okay, so that's probably for the... Yeah, okay. So that's for like the ducking. Yeah, that thing. This is like a weird detuned riser. Distorted as hell. This is the same Follies I used in the Walk Away remix. Just kind of doing that. Very loud, like extremely loud. Okay, so this is cut out of another impact from Stuff I Made Volume 2. It's the Violence impact. I'm just kind of using that as like a stomp thing, and then it gets faster over here. Yeah. And then I've also got this pad that's coming in. It gets louder every time. But yeah, so that's that. And then we get into this kind of chorus section again. It's pretty much the same, but we've got this little down sweepy thing that I think is just, where are you? It's a Serum instance. Cool. Just some like fills and stuff. That's the Tenacity fill from Stuff I Made Volume 2. Always be plugging. Just kind of cut out the last 2 beats. The acoustic ride / crash. It's a crash, yeah. That from the end of the first intro section, the start of the first verse, is what I meant to say. What else we got? We got this. Just like a cool square up thing. Now the interesting thing about this is that if you zoom in, it doesn't like realign right on the beat. So there's 7 notes here, and then it kind of loops those 7 notes. So it very rarely like realigns on a, like on the grid, like on the beat type thing. And that's because when it's like sidechained and everything else is happening, it kind of gets a bit repetitive when it's like falling on the same notes every beat. So I wanted to add an element of not randomness, but like, you know, it's like a weird polyrhythm or something. So like on each beat it's on a different note type thing. And then I've also, the main kind of driving effect is Valhalla Supermassive, which I think this is just the default preset. But yeah, it's like a chorusy delay thing. Oh my god. Alright, what else we got? I think that's it for that. On the... Okay, so I've got a filter on the sidechain bus. And so everything that's being sidechained is being filtered, and it's following this automation. So what this output min level does is it basically goes from this to this. So it's like gradually being more filtered. I'll explain with this. Like you kind of hear it, like the cutoff kind of changing. Like the amount it's being cut off. And I did that to make room for the vocals. And in the original, you can't really hear what I'm saying, but it's kind of like a turning point for the lyrics, I feel like. I'll go over like what I was trying to put across with the lyrics like later when I get to the vocals. But yeah, cool, fun times. We got an almond break. There's a phaser on it, I believe. Yeah. Cool. And then the same kind of guitar top thing from the B section for the first verse. Yeah, I think this is meant to fade in like that. Maybe, I don't know. All right, and then verse 2 is pretty much the same as verse 1. I should probably, boop. Except we're bringing the laser thing in, right? And that kind of ties the verse and the chorus together, I feel like, in a way. I also reused this lasery thing in the main drop, I guess you could call it, that kind of like insane techno section with like the reverb kicks and stuff. Yeah, not much is changed apart from I added this Hanna-Barbera sample, shout out. It's kind of silly thing. And then we've got this for like the distraction. So that's just like a, I think it's just like a square wave or like a distorted sine wave, yeah. And that's being put on the same channel as the vocals for this section. So it kind of, the vocals get distorted with this kind of bass line. How's chat doing? Nothing, that's cool. We're down to 3 viewers. This is just sad at this point. I'm just kind of doing this for myself now, because I'm gonna upload this later. I am getting sidetracked. So, same kind of thing as the earlier pre-chorus, except frequency shifter. Oh boy. So that's what this is for, right? So it's being automated up, and then just some like EQ adjustments. Yeah, and then this fruity balance. I'm only bringing that in because the frequency shifter kind of has this like weird decay thing, and I wanted it to like cut off immediately. So like you'll hear it here in particular. There's like a weird frequency that I wanted to like, right? So yeah, there's that. I don't know where the sample came from, but it's just like, I could have made this in like 2 seconds, but it's just like a sine wave laser tom thing. And then we've got this riser, which is not as loud as it looks for some reason. I think maybe this was just like a really quiet sample, and I had to like, you know, manually increase the gain like that. Anyway, is that. So this is, what is with the stuttering thing? Oh well, laptop hates me. I've probably heard that like a billion times during the stream. So there's that. That's the psych. That's the wrong number. The thing. That's a rewind thing from Stuff I Made Volume 2. Then we get to this. It's meant to do that. And so is this. YouTube notification. Anyway. So that's the main kick. Vengeance sample. Because, like, you gotta... Where are you? Yeah. And I'll go over processing. This is, like, the one thing I had to look up a YouTube tutorial for, because I didn't know how to, like, make a good, hard, like, reverb techno kick. So it's not that like beefy before the effects. So we've got frequency shifter, just kind of bringing the tail end down. This insane EQ, distortion, very slight. Oh, okay, not very slight. It's clipping, heaps. All right. Transient processor, limiter. That's kind of also working as a noise gate, I guess. What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is like the reverb thing. I don't know why I'm putting reverb in quotes. But that's the dry wet is being automated by this. So this is just a reverb, Valhalla Supermassive. EQ'd a lot. Made sort of mono, because like you gotta have your low end mono, you know. And then just kind of extreme limiting. So that's kind of being sidechained in a way, I guess, and that's what's giving it that like rumble, you know. Skrillex reference. And then just another limiter, so it's not clipping like crazy. So that's that main kind of sound. And then we've got some more effects over here, and they are as follows. This is for automation, I think. So towards the end of this section, there's like a high pass filter that comes in. Yeah. So that's what that's doing. OTT. Another wave shaper. Another EQ. Stereo width. Just like general mixing stuff. Some sort of kind of extreme compression. Oh my god. Okay, that is Jesus. Okay, I guess. And then a fruity balance, which is doing something, probably. Yeah. And then is this going anywhere? No, that's it. Okay. So that's that like main sound, and then we've just got some like more kind of kick layers. So this is what's giving it the rhythm. So this is another Vengeance kick sample. More kind of clicky. And we've got transient processor. Just kind of reducing the attack, making it less clicky. We've got a saturation. Weird kind of grainy EQ, not EQ, reverb. Some stereo width reduction, a limiter. I should probably wait. Oh wait. Oh, I thought I changed that. Okay, whatever. So it is just like fully wet reverb. That's crazy. What the hell? Okay. Limiter, yeah. Went over that. Transgate. So this is what's giving it the rhythm. Alright. OTT. The snap heap that I'm using as like, okay, it's a combo sidechain with like a filter. Alright, interesting. More distortion. And then just this EQ adjustment, cutting out all the like mid-range. And then just like all these. So I feel like there has to be something I'm missing, because this is super muddy. Huh. Alright. Okay, there's this. So this is like a clap sample, and I'm making it like a little, I don't know, like a zappy thing. So there's that delay, just kind of like removing the clap kind of vowliness, the transient processor. Okay, so this is the top of gravy preset in LaFunk, which is Synth Audio's distortion plugin. We've already talked about this. Maybe, I don't know. I'm so tired. But this is essentially like a disperser almost. But yeah, that's what that's doing. Transgate to get the 16th note flow. Phase distortion for some reason. I don't know what that's doing. And then, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this section is insane. Oh yeah, so this is a ping pong delay, right? And I'm changing the pan, like the panning of each delay thing, every beat. So it kind of evens out the stereo type thing. So like you're not just getting the first delay always being louder in this ear, for example. But yeah, that's that. That's the main kick for that section. And we've got this kind of whoop thing. Is anyone still here? Okay. Okay, so this is like a noise thing. Okay, and it's like the key tracked. So, right? Very extreme bandpass filter to kind of create that tonality. And then we've just got distortion, like a lot of distortion, reverb, and imagine this is, yeah, very long decay, OTT, EQ, and just this snap heap thing, basically just kickstart. If you're like a house producer, like a few years ago, you know what kickstart is? But yeah, that's doing like the sidechain thing. There's a tape stop for some reason. Oh, right, okay. So this is for the surprise rhythm section. Yeah. And then it kind of comes back over here. So that's that. This little percussion thing. Yeah. And then we've got this pad that comes in. Just kind of reintroducing the tonality. Or like the harmonic or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Little sound design sweep thing. Just like random glitchy stuff. And then we've got the rhythm section. So drums for that sound like this. Yeah. I won't go over processing for that because it's like it's 2 hits, you know. We got a ride. Was this meant to have like a fade out as well? I'm assuming it was like that. That was another like missing sample, so. But yeah, this is this is a single vital preset, I think. Where are you? It's 2. Okay. So this is back when I've only made square 4 type basses like once before. And I saved the template. I saved the preset so I could use it as a template. But it's just it's a square wave that's being FM'd with that. And there's some like flanger going on and like a valve filter. And that's what's making it that like womp movement. and I'm changing the LFO time, so it like starts off as like triplets and then becomes the quarter note thing, and then the sub bass is doing that same rhythm, and I think just it's a sine wave with like an extra harmonic. Yeah, so that's that. And then so this part here, this is just a text-to-speech thing I downloaded. I couldn't find the file, so I must have deleted it, but I won't say it on Twitch. I don't know what like Twitch is like with swearing. It is the C word. I got it to say that and just censored it. It was just gonna be like the uncensored word, but I don't know how like non-Australians would take it, so I just chose to censor it. That sounds like super pretentious or whatever, but I don't know. Anyway, back to this. So bringing the laser thing in, and we've also got a shaker loop. Now I cut this out of the Think break, I think, pun intended. Not really. But this is actually from an unreleased ID of mine, and I figured, I've already done the hard work of like turning it into this loop, so it's basically untouched, aside from like maybe, you know, retiming it. But yeah, point is, it's a shaker loop. Yeah, and then we've got the high pass thing, and we're also bringing this pad in. Yeah, which is from Stuff I Made Volume 2, because of course it is. Impact, and then clap impact. And then we've got this guitar. So the MIDI for that looks like this, and you can see I've done the velocity thing and the panning thing. And what I'm also doing is, if we go over to the mixer channel, I've got a M auto pitch. Okay, this is the same technique I used for the main intro guitar and cutback, and what I'm doing is I'm using M auto pitch without any of like the repitching functionality. I'm just using the form and shift thing. I'm bringing that down, and that kind of creates this like lo-fi sound, and it kind of masks the fact that it's MIDI. So that's like all right, but I wanted it to sound like kind of more mellow. Actually, I talked about this in my Bad Habit FLP breakdown as well, so. But yeah, just some delay and like, I don't know, EQ stuff. We've got another guitar that comes in, and it's being like filtered in. More kind of strummy, and there's probably like, I think there's like a flanger ensemble. Okay, so it's like a chorus. Yeah, that's what's giving it that like watery sound. But yeah, same deal. Velocity, panning. Then I've also got the strumming. I'll go over drums actually, because I really like these drums. So this is FPC. So this is like the built-in drum machine that comes with FL Studio. And they have these like preset acoustic like drum kits. And I just used the metal one. And it's really easy to like make it sound believable. Like, you can really go crazy with like these fills and stuff. And like they handled all the velocity and like sampling stuff, so yeah, it's really very easy way to like get believable sounding drums, I feel like. Yeah. We got a bass here. This is T-Bird Fingered. That's from the Essential Bass Guitars in Flex. What else? Is that it? We got the pad, which I talked about. Wind chimes, because you gotta. And then for the build up, the chord progression changes obviously, and to account for that, I made this little change the chords accordingly for the plucky thing, and then we've got the drums, and then the bass. Just doing like quarter note stuff. Oh, by the way, adding these little slides to your like, if you want to get like a realistic sounding bass guitar, that really helps. Like here, like it kind of mimics the I shouldn't do that motion live. We got that. That's just like a white noise thing I did in 3X Oscillator with like a bandpass filter. I think this is meant to be faded in as well. So that's coming back. Another riser. We've got this like acoustic cymbal sweep. Cool. Sad Machine reference. Nice. That's just like general MIDI stuff. Since I don't have a Windows computer, well, at least I didn't make it on a Windows computer, I had to use the GM sound font, which I just like have lying around. And I think that's it. Yeah. And then just like the same stuff for the intro. We got this riser coming back. And then 909 snare build up, which I love. The laser comes back, and then just like the same stuff. Okay, and then this, that's just like a fret noise from, it's actually from Flex, I think, with some of the guitar and bass presets. They have some of the notes mapped to like just fret noises, and also like when you press down a note and then release it, it'll like make these sounds as well. So I just like recorded one of those, and I think that's it. Yeah, I'll get into vocals one sec. Alright. Vocal time. Where are you? So they're all down here. Oh my god. Okay, so they're all muted. I wanted to do a instrumental export, so I muted all the vocals.
It's a little unjust, don't you think, having to...
Cool.
It's a...
So, the main lead vocal sounds like this.
It's a little unjust, don't you think, having to sit in your room for hours on end for what? Waking up at the crack of my ass, did you seriously think that this would benefit us at all? Don't tell me that you set us up for the future, I was already doing that. You're acting like I needed your help.
yeah, so it's kind of crunchy. It's got this wave shaper on it. But like, yeah, typical vocal processing. Low cut.
It's a
Noise gate. OTT. This is just like a general compressor.
It's a little unjust, don't you think, having to sit in your room for hours on end for what?
And then just like a de-essing cleanup, I guess. And then we've got like some more over here. This is just like the general vocal bus. But yeah, we've also got some doubles.
It's a little unjust, don't you think, having to sit in your room for hours on end for what? Waking up at the crack of my ass, did you say?
Yeah, pretty much the same kind of take. If you don't know, doubling is basically just when you record the same take twice and then hard pan each of them left and right. Pretty much the same in terms of processing.
It's a little...
A more kind of clean, compressed sound. My dogs are barking. But yeah.
It's a little...
Then we've also got this like group vocal thing that I like faked by recording myself at different pitches.
For what?
Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can hear that.
For what?
Yeah, I was very loud.
For what? For what? For what?
Yeah.
For what?
And I'm like panning them each a certain amount. So like some of them are panned hard left, hard right, and then some are panned like kind of left and kind of right. How are they still going? Jesus. Alright, and then we've got same kind of deal here.
My ass! My ass!
More kind of playful.
My ass! My ass! My ass!
And then layered. Sounds like this.
My ass! Did you see?
Nice. We've got some harmonies here.
Don't tell me that you set us up for the future.
Yeah. I might talk about the lyrics actually. So for this first, for me, this song is split into like two different sections. The first section, kind of I'll talk about that. So the first section, the song's basically about like my attitude towards school, and because I did the IB, the International Baccalaureate, and it's basically just about my attitude towards it, like as it was coming to a close for me, because this was written like just after I graduated, and I was kind of conflicted with how I felt about it, because on one hand it was kind of just like, why did I even decide to do this? Like I'm not even going into, because I want to do like creative stuff, I don't even need like an academic type degree or whatever, or like diploma. I don't even like need stuff like that if I want to succeed in that field. But then on the other hand, I was kind of like, okay, but like if that doesn't work out, it's nice to like have a fallback type thing. Like, you know, it's like, it's a cool thing to have, I guess. Yeah, I was kind of conflicted by those things, and I split, to kind of explain that, or like put that across in music form, I split the song into two distinct sections, and this first section is kind of like that first thing I talked about. It's like kind of cocky and like, oh yeah, I didn't need it anyway, you know. I was just like, why like, yeah, this sucks, you know, that type of, you know, attitude. And then the second half is like more kind of sincere type thing. But yeah, so this first kind of part is basically just talking about like, you know, what it's like to be in school, you know, sitting in a room for hours on end, waking up at the crack of dawn, or like the crack of my ass. Yeah.
Seriously think that this would benefit us at all. Don't tell me that you...
by us I mean myself, because like, you know, I'm sure other people like wanted to do the IB. I just wasn't. That wasn't me.
Don't tell me that you set us up for the future. I was already doing that.
But I was already doing that. That's kind of talking about like the platform that I'm trying to build for myself outside of school, and like trying to get that in like a good place, and because at that point I kind of saw school as like a distraction, and like I talked about that, well, like I sang about that in the next verse.
You're acting like I needed your help, cause I've been coasting for so long. I'm ready to go on to bigger things.
Yeah, so just like very cocky. Yeah, just some back to processing, just some like delay stuff here.
Bigger things.
And I'm changing the delay time so that the pitch kind of gets warped as well. And then the scream, that was fun to record. And then we got these like gang vocals.
You say it's just precautionary.
Very distorted.
You say it's just...
So... yeah.
You say it's...
This is kind of, yeah, driving the crunchiness. But, yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary.
You say it's just precautionary. You say it's just precautionary. You say it's just precautionary. You say it's just precautionary.
Yeah.
You say it's just precautionary. In case I'm stuck with nowhere to go.
Yeah, and then this I just like spoke.
I'll tell you now, just so you know.
You can hear like the noise. That's funny. Yeah, and then we got this here. This is for the chorus.
I am not defined by all my random connections. I'll hit the ground running in any given direction. You cannot...
So I wanted to kind of mimic the like very, very extremely auto-tuned. I was kind of inspired by 757 by 100 Gex, like that kind of thing they do with the harmonizer or whatever.
I am not defined by all my...
That's a high layer.
I am...
Okay, so this is two doubles. So we've got a double and then a high layer. Okay, that's interesting.
I am not defined by all my random connections. I'll hit the ground running in any given direction. You cannot contain me, so take this as a lesson. I'll burn my bridge with evil.
So I basically recorded this at like a consistent note and then like pitched each syllable manually in new tone, which is what I use for pitch correction.
I am not defined by all my random connections. I'll hit the ground running in any given...
That just sounds like Little Altar Boy or something. Yeah. So that's just like, that's pitching it up.
I am not defined by all my random connections. I'll hit the ground running in any given direction. You cannot contain me, so take this as a lesson. I'll burn my bridge.
But yeah, the lyrics kind of get muffled. They kind of like drown out in the other instrumentation. So you can't really hear what I'm saying. But yeah. And then this like gets delayed out as well. Like this. Yeah. And then this is like a response to that. Like this is at this point, because like I was talking about earlier, this is kind of a turning point in the lyrics. So this is very like, oh yeah, I didn't need this at all. I'm gonna just completely forget that I did any of that because like it's useless, you know, academic garbage. And then this is kind of a response to that.
Dude, you probably shouldn't do that. Doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. And then yeah, then we've got second verse.
3 years in your institution. My conclusion is your packaging misled me.
By packaging misled me. I went to what was marketed as a creative industry school. And they kind of draw you in with that, like, packaging, I guess. And then, like, once you realize, like, how difficult the IB is, like, they give you the option to drop out. Like, they make that very easy, from what I've heard. But by the time I realized like what I wanted to do academically, like I was kind of in too deep, so I figured I should probably just like stick it out, like just graduate and like get it over and done with type thing. Yeah.
Is your packaging misled me?
Harmonies.
Packaging misled me.
Yeah.
Now I'm accustomed to unpaid labor. I thought this was just a distraction.